got you moving from that. Tighter? Tighter? Tighter. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Shania, can you hear me? Get a shot of them. Get a shot of them. They're straight ahead of you. Wait for the next streamer to come out.
How do I slow down the zoom?
There's a switch on top.
Roger.
you're not crazy. You had it on monitor and output. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Just give it a second. Yep. Their sound. Folks, I am Jeremy Bauer. I am your host for this evening. I apologize for technical difficulties, but as you can see, the stream is going to look a lot clearer today, and that is due in no small part to the Media Studies Department at NIU. Michael Corvino, Addis Davis, Shania Ogbara, Andre Parker, Rong Fu. We are very grateful for them to be here tonight with us for senior night. Your NIU Huskies take on the Chippewa of Central Michigan. We go right to the first face-off here. Ryan Morgan taking the face-off against Henry Simon. Ryan Morgan wins the face-off back to Keaton Peters. Keaton Peters sends it deep into the Chippewa zone. Folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight for NIU hockey. Very exciting. 4 seniors for us tonight. We will talk about them in a little bit. Actually, we'll talk about them right now while we have a stoppage and play. We have 4 seniors tonight for NIU. Number 9, Lucas Sturm. Number 35, Matthew Juergens. Number 64, Cameron Pathana. And our captain, number 4, Keaton Peters. 4 incredible gentlemen who have done nothing but give and give and give to this program, have helped turn this program around in the last few years. And we are all very grateful for them, but we are very sad to see them graduate this year. Huskies lose the faceoff to the Chippewa, but the puck is sent back into the Chippewa zone. Ryan Morgan, the first person there to battle. Puck won by Walker Smith, sent in front. Shot! Score! Keaton Peters with his first of the evening. A tough angle shot assisted by Walker Smith. Walker Smith getting his 46th point of the season. Keaton Peters eclipsing 91 points now. That's his 91st point of his career. What a goal, folks. A lot of highlights to talk about tonight, folks. Last night was a barn burner for the Huskies. Adam Lekwinski gets his first career hat trick in the ACHA. Walker Smith eclipses 45 points. Keaton Peters gets to his 90th point. Ryan Morgan gets his 50th and 51st point last night. Cameron Pathana gets his first goal of the season. It was a banner evening for your Huskies. Lekwinski into the zone, takes a shot, save. Puck is sent out of play. Huskies are hoping to keep the streak going today. A good save by Cole Ashley, number 35, for the Chippewa. Face-off beat to his left. Face-off won by the Chippewa. Number 7, Andrew Van Els takes the puck out, lost to the Huskies. Lucas Sturm sends it over to Peter Van Voris. Peter Van Voris sends it up to Penn Russell. Penn Russell looks to pass it down to Broden Oswald, but is intercepted. Back to the Chippewa. Van Els with the puck. Loses it to Van Voris. Lekwinski. Russell battling with Van Els and Willie. Puck sent into the Husky zone for Sturm to regroup. Sturm begins the breakout on his own. Pass across to Lekwinski, entering the zone. Lekwinski loses the puck, but Russell picks it up. Russell in front of the net, loses the puck to Holland. Holland skates up and out of the zone, sends it deep for Morawski to attack the Husky zone. Van Voris is there first, though. He sends it up to Wilczek. Wilczek knocks it high into the sky for Lekwinski, who sends it back over to Souza. Connor Souza with the puck now, entering the zone. Loves being on that left side. Sends it up to the point to Wilczek. Wilczek with the puck. Walks along over to Tomarskas. Tomarskas with the puck. Deep into the zone for Oswald. Oswald behind the net with the puck. He is hit hard. 2 Huskies and 2 Chippewa in the corner there. Huskies come away with the puck. But Fletimer comes away with it. Sending it up to Morawski, who sends it into the zone for the Huskies to regroup. And a hand pass. Face off in the Husky zone. Face off to the left of Matthew Juergens here. Fans, you know it. I want to know where you're watching from. Please put in the chat, where are you watching from and who are you rooting for? Huskies win the face-off. Back to Wilczek. Wilczek up to Rybka. Rybka sends it into the zone with a tip. No icing here. Kotsalitis is first there for the Chippewa. He sends it up. Huskies keep it in. Wilczek with a nice shot from the point. Beckman sends it up and out. Walker will give chase. Wilczek will be there first. Leaves it for Tomarskis behind the net. Tomarskis up to Souza. Souza with the puck. Sends it all the way across to Wilczek. Wilczek with the puck. Sends it into the zone. No ice. There's the tip. Schluckbeyer is there first. Sends it over to Wiley. Willie with the puck. Rybka keeps it in. Ooh. A blown tire there for Kaseju. Into the zone. J.J. Mueller sends it deep. Souza is there. He shoots. Puck hits Ashley and stays out of the net. Pathana with a shot from the point. It is tipped up and out of play. An absolute rifle from Cameron Pathana. One of our seniors being honored tonight here for senior night. Gonzo the GOAT, thank you for joining us from Indianapolis. The Huskies and I are all glad to have you rooting for us. Face off to Ashley's left. Won by Shirky. Shot on net. Save, Ashley. Chippewa get it out. Oh, Keaton Peters keeps it in. Simon with the puck. Simon up to Frankie Williamson. Frankie Williamson left the game. Oh, what a shot. Simon gets his first of the evening. His fourth of the year. A very interesting goal. Looked like he one-handed that. I'll be watching here on replay. That was a heck of a shot here. Peters gets his pocket picked, and Simon is able to throw that in from a tough angle on Matt Juergens. Puck won by the Huskies, back to Van Voris. Walker Smith loses it at center ice to Hatfield. Hatfield enters along with Romine. Romine shot goes wide. Puck lost all the way to the side. Willie with the puck now. He sends it up. Juergens makes the save. Face-off will be to his left. Hope you're enjoying the new angles, folks. Multiple camera setup here. Hoping to keep this moving, keep us with these kind of broadcasts moving forward. And your support is the reason that that is possible. So thank you very much. Face off, one back by the Huskies. Sent out of the zone, back into the zone. Romine with the puck now. Romine leaves it for Van Els. Van Els loses it. Sturm with the puck. Sturm entering the zone. He is hit, but he maintains control. Puck is sent out of the Chippewa zone. Van Voris back to Sturm, back to Van Voris. Van Voris with the puck up to Smith. Smith chips it forward for Morgan. Chippewa do get it out. Cathari able to get the puck out of the zone. Husky send it right back in. Walker on his, gets knocked down, has the puck, sends it to Morgan. Morgan over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Van Voris. Van Voris to Sturm. Sturm walks in, shoots, save. Back to Zimmerman, back to Walker Smith, back to Zimmerman, back to Smith. Shot just misses high and wide. Puck goes all the way around. Van Voris will have to pick it up there to prevent Fledimer from getting it. Kowalski in there. Gives Van Voris a little trouble. Huskies having a tough time clearing their own zone today. Fledimer with the puck. Shot from the point. Blocked. The highest of sticks, if you will. That was definitely going to be a call, but the Huskies got there first. Russell with the puck on that left side. Shoots. Misses just wide. Kaluski sends the puck out to Morgan. Morgan up to Norkus. Norkus enters the zone. Huskies maintain control. Norkus shot on net is tipped in front. A good save by Ashley. Shot by Tomarskis is high. Lekwinski with the puck. He got his hat trick last night. First career college hat trick last night. Looking to get another one here. Back up to Norkus. Down to Oswald. Oswald with the puck along the boards. He looks to send it to Norkus, but he can't get it there. Puck is sent out of the zone by Beckman. Tomarskis able to regroup and pick up the puck. Tomarskis with the puck. Lekwinski takes it from him, skates up into the zone. Russell was with him. Back to Oswald on the point. Shot goes wide. Tomarskis is in there to pick it up on the point. He maintains control. And we are going to have a penalty, it looks like. Penalty against the Huskies. Looked like a high stick. High stick by Oswald here gives the Chippewa their first power play of the evening. So that puts the Huskies on the penalty kill. The as of net unnamed penalty kill. Folks, if you would like to sponsor the Huskies penalty kill, please reach out to us. We would love to have your name sponsoring our power play, our penalty kill, our goals for, our warm-up. Whatever you would like to sponsor, we are more than willing to listen. Face-off won by the Huskies. Pathana sends it around. He is hit late. Peters picks up the puck and exits the zone. Sends it deep into the Chippewa zone. Kemble is there to pick it up. Kemble starts the breakout from behind his own net. Kemble up to Hallis. Morgan is there. He strips the puck from Hallis, loses it back to Kemble, but forces the Chippewa to enter their own zone. Morgan forechecks, gets the puck back, looks to pass it to Zimmerman in front of the net. Does not get to him. Fledermer enters the zone. Over to Hallis. A lot of tussling, and we're going to have another penalty against the Huskies here. Cathari and Pathana were battling. Pathana did seem to get the penalty here. "12 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the period. Score is 1-1. They both are going to be in the box, folks. It is a coincidental for roughing. So Pathana and Cathari are in the box. It is still 5-on-4. Huskies are still on the kill. Face-off, won by the Chippewa. Up to Katsalitis. Katsalitis gets it down to Williamson. Williamson shoots just wide. Zimmerman loses the puck to Williamson. Williamson looks to get it to Schluckbeyer. Gets it to Fledermer instead. Fledermer with the puck. Fledermer, the leading point getter for the Chippewa, gets a shot on net. Save, Matt Juergens. That's right. Fledermer leads the team with 12 points. Looking to get his 13th there. Juergens says no thank you. Williamson back behind his own net to begin the breakout. Schluckbeyer up to Katsalitis. Katsalitis gets a shot, just misses. Back to Schluckbeyer, back to Fledermer. Fledermer with the puck. Nope, Katsalitis with the puck, I apologize. Loses it to Lekwinski. Lekwinski's got a little bit of a breakaway here. He is going to get stopped, but puck remains in the Chippewa zone. So he gets to kill a little bit of time there. A good shorthanded breakaway opportunity for Lekwinski. J.J. Mueller back checking there. Lekwinski helping out on the point. Lekwinski's going to be able to get the puck out of the zone. J.J. Mueller looks to pick it up. Chippewa say no thank you. Kemble enters the zone, looking to get a shot on net. He does not get a shot on net. He shoots, but not on net. Huskies are back to full strength. 11 minutes remaining in the period. Willie loses the puck to Lekwinski. Lekwinski sends it up to Wilczek. Wilczek over. Souza with a shot from the point. Tipped high and out. Souza with a good shot there. A dangerous shooter is Connor Souza. If you give him time and space, he is going to score. Face-off be to Ashley's left. J.J. Mueller, C.J. Ribka, Connor Souza with Peters and Norkus on the line. Souza tipped again, out of play. I tell you, folks, if I'm the Chippewa, I am attacking Connor Souza every time he touches the puck. A dangerous shooter indeed. Face-off won by the Chippewa, back into their own zone. Chippewa send it up and out. Joyce gets the puck, loses it to Peters. Peters with the puck. Peters looks to send it out. Simon prevents the zone exit. Souza picks it up. Souza's going to skate. You know where he's going, folks. Back to that left side. Oh, he stayed in the middle. J.J. Mueller there to keep the puck in. Peters keeps it in on the blue line. Souza battling with Kemble. Kemble with the puck. J.J. Mueller attacks. Puck is up and out. Joyce to Williamson. Williamson with the puck. Williamson takes a shot. Saved by Juergens. Rebound in front to Simon. He cannot bury. Williamson behind the net. Souza hits him. Ribka with the puck now. He is hit. Puck is sent high to the point. Kotsalitis with another shot blocked. Puck in the corner. Lots of hitting, lots of battling. Ribka sends it up and out. Schluckbeyer walks it back in, but the entire team was offside, so he is blown dead there. Pathana will return back to the bench along with Cathari. Both teams have everybody back now. Face-off just outside the Husky zone. Face-off won back by the Huskies to Van Voris. Van Voris looks to Sturm. Sturm up to Zimmerman, hits him in the feet. Puck goes out. Kotsalitis sends it over to Schluckbeyer. Schluckbeyer tries to get it out. Gives it to Walker, though, unfortunately for them. Walker to Zimmerman. Zimmerman looks to pass in front of the net. Nobody is there. Van Voris with the puck just outside the zone. He chips it all the way back in and around for a dump and chase. More of a dump and watch on that one. Kotsalitis gets the puck first. Zimmerman is there. Morgan is there. Puck does get out. Kowalski with the puck. Shoots. Saved by Juergens. By Morawski, sorry. Not Kowalski. Sturm looks to send it out. Chippewa keep it in. Chippewa continue to keep the puck in. Puck is next to the net. Chippewa regain. Fledimer sends it up. Huskies poke check, leave the zone. Beckman and Smith battling here. Puck is sent back down to Sturm. Sturm with the puck now. Sturm looks up to Walker Smith. Walker Smith is there, but it is chipped just ahead of him. Walker Smith will have to dump and chase the puck. Holland with the puck in his own zone sends it up and out for the Chippewa. Walker into the zone for the Chippewa. Behind the net. Peters is there. Peters up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck. Gives it to Peters. Peters to Russell. Russell with the puck. He stops and watches. Shot near the net. Gives it back to Peters. Ryan Morgan in the corner battling with Holland. Morgan sends it back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman sends it back to Peters. Peters looking to shoot. He does. Tipped in front, just barely outside of the net there. Zimmerman had the tip. Zimmerman with the puck behind the net. Sends it back up to Peters. Peters with the puck on the point. Looking to shoot. Gives it to Morgan. Back to Peters. Shoots. Save made by Ashley. Penn Russell in the corner. He is hit hard, but he doesn't matter. He gets right back up. Keeps the puck. Looks to pass it to the point. Sent all the way down. Huskies need to regroup. Keaton Peters. Captain Keaton Peters. Senior captain Keaton Peters back behind his net with the puck. Looking to begin the breakout. Waiting for his guys to change. Now he does. Pass is sent directly to Romine. Romine chips it out. We'll have a face-off. Face-off inside the zone to the left of Matt Juergens. Face-off won by the Huskies, sent up and out. Score is 1-1, folks. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. Ashley will cover that for an easy face-off. Huskies look to enter the zone again. A lot of passes on the blue line getting picked off by the Chippewa. Shot on net. Danny Long gets a shot. Rebound is picked up by the Huskies. Score! Huskies lead 2-1. Face-off won by the Chippewa. Big hit by J.J. Mueller. Puck in the zone behind the Husky net. Norcus has the puck. Wilczek has the puck. Wilczek sends it up. It does get up and out. Looks like we're going to have another penalty here. And it looks like Penn Russell is the goal scorer for the Huskies' second goal. Number 86, Penn Russell with the goal. I will confirm that in between periods, but that does look to be the case. Face off to Juergens is left. Huskies on the kill once again. Zimmerman gets it out. Chips it away from Williamson. He sends it, attempted to send it into the zone. I think it got caught in Williamson's pants. Sent back out to the neutral zone. Chippewa do regain the puck. Kemble able to exit his own zone. Kemble up to Van Els. Van Els with the puck in the zone. Loses it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman sends it all the way down, technically for a shot on net. Ashley makes another save. Chippewa bring the puck out. Flederman with the puck into the Husky zone. He pulls up. Morgan and Zimmerman stop him there. Sending the puck back out. Chippewa need to regroup. Williamson with the puck. Looks to get Fledermer, but does not get to him. Huskies offside. Morgan tried his best to get back on side, but Zimmerman was just a little too early there. That happens. Face off just outside the zone. Huskies win. Souza wins the puck. He tries to get in. Nice move. He is hit though. Chippewa with the puck. Souza's the only forechecker for the Huskies. 53 seconds remaining on the power play or penalty kill. Romine with the puck. Pass intercepted. Romine regains the puck. He takes a shot. Saved by Juergens. Face-off will be to Juergens' right. Lekwinski looks to win the face-off. He does. Norcus with the puck. Norcus up and out of the zone, killing more time for the Huskies. 35 seconds remaining on the Husky penalty kill. 4 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the period for the Huskies. Huskies lead 2-1. Katsalaitis brings the puck out of the zone on his own, brings it into the Husky zone. He still has the puck, cuts to the middle, loses the puck. Big hit by Souza. Puck into the corner for the Huskies. That's Tomarskis battling with two Chippewa. Chippewa sent it up to the point to Katsalaitis. Katsalaitis shot, saved by Juergens. Back to Tomarskis behind the net. Van Els with the puck sends it up to Katsalaitis. Katsalaitis another shot, save. Back to Van Els. Van Els with the puck. He sends it deep. Tomarskis is there. Tomarskis able to regain the puck. Chips it over to Walker Smith. Walker Smith with the puck now. Looks to Souza. Doesn't make the pass yet. Couple of moves. Maintains puck control. Gets it into the zone. Over to Morgan. Morgan shoots over the net. Williamson with the puck for the Chippewa. Sends it up and out of the zone to Van Voris. Van Voris regroups to Sturm. Sturm to Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck. Up to Morgan. Morgan's pass intercepted. And an icing call. Three minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies lead 2-1. Face off to Ashley's right. Face off won by the Chippewa. Morgan's the first guy there, though. Ashley gets the puck, and he does cover it for a face off. It's senior night here, folks. Make sure you drop our seniors a couple of comments in the chat, wishing them well. Face off, won by the Huskies. Chippewa do get there first, though. Walker Smith with the puck. He sends it in on net. Picked up by Cathari. Cathari sends it up and out to Simon. Simon with the puck. Simon, the lone goal scorer so far for the Chippewa. Loses the puck to Sturm. Sturm with the puck. Goes around his net. Looks to send it back to his D partner. Nobody there. Van Voris with the puck. Over to Sturm. Sturm with the puck now. Gives it to Morgan behind the net. Zimmerman up to Walker Smith. Walker Smith with the puck. He enters the zone on that left side. Kips it to himself. Back to Zimmerman, who shoots. Huge save by Ashley. A one-timer. Walker Smith to Robbie Zimmerman generally goes in. A phenomenal save by Ashley. Cole Ashley, great save. 2 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies still lead 2-1. Face off be to Ashley's left. Souza wins the face off. Back to Lekwinski. Lekwinski over to Peters. Peters back to Lekwinski. Lekwinski shoots on net. Great tip in front by Oswald. Save made by Ashley. Lekwinski keeps the puck in. Gives it to Oswald. Back to Lekwinski. Gives it back to Oswald. Oswald in front. Shoots. Save Ashley. Another good save. Lekwinski back with the puck. Loses it to Fletimer. Fletimer out of the zone. Gives it back to Fletimer. Fletimer shoots. Misses the net. Another shot above the net. Penn Russell is there to pick the puck up off of that rebound. Gives it over to Cameron Pathana. Pathana to Oswald. Oswald with the puck. Loses it to Willie. Willie sends it back into Pathana. Pathana has the puck. Gives it to his partner, Keaton Peters. Keaton Peters able to set up his own exit. Gives it to Pathana. Pathana turns on the Jets. Pathana enters the zone. Drops it to Oswald. Oswald loses it. Lekwinski keeps it in. Back to Oswald. Back to Penn Russell, who shoots. Save made by Ashley to send it out. Puck sent all the way out of the zone. Keaton Peters regroups and looks to enter the zone on his own. He does. Goes on the left side. Button hooks back. A big hit by Hatfield on Peters. Puck sent all the way out. Mueller goes to pick the puck up. Puck sent back into the Chippewa zone. Ribka's there to forecheck. Kotsalitis with the puck. To Schluckbeyer. Puck is sent out. Some upset Chippewa fans here. Huskies keep the puck. Behind the net. Pass in front. No shot. Souza, first person there on the boards. Souza with the puck. He is hit from behind. That is going to be a penalty against the Chippewa. Number 33, Carter Schluckbeyer, will be going to the box after he hits Souza from behind. .9 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies lead 2-1. Huskies look to keep their red-hot power play going from last night. Ryan Morgan facing off against Nathan Morawski. Morgan wins the faceoff. Back to Peters. Peters with the puck on the point. Peters over to Zimmerman on the point. Walks it in. Back to Peters. Over to Smith. Smith along the boards. Pass it across Zimmerman. Zimmerman shoots. Shot is deflected. Back to Morgan. Morgan to Peters. Peters with the puck on the point. He walks it in. Back to Morgan. Morgan with the puck. Goes behind the net. Sends it all the way over to Oswald. Oswald with the puck on the boards. Up to Smith. Smith to Peters. Peters with the puck. Back to Smith. Smith looks to get in front to Morgan. Morgan doesn't get a shot on net. Good save. A second shot from Oswald is saved. Back to Peters on the point. Peters to Morgan in front. Gets his shot deflected. Multiple shot attempts for the Huskies here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That will be the period, folks. Huskies end the period leading 2-1. A little scuffle here between the Chippewa and Ryan Morgan. Unsure what's going on there. Refs look to be gaining control of the situation. A lot of jawing still from Murawski to Walker Smith. Walker Smith getting his 45th point last night on the season. That's season, folks, not career. Absolutely phenomenal. While we're talking highlights, a couple other highlights from last night. Robbie Zimmerman hit his 50th point of the season. Keaton Peters hit his 90th point of his career. Ryan Morgan hit his 50th and 51st points of his career. And Cam Pathana got his first goal of the season last night. A banner evening for the Huskies. Absolutely fantastic. Well, folks, that is the period. I look forward to seeing you back for the second. Keep it locked in here on Husky Hockey, here on the Husky Hockey YouTube channel. Go Huskies. Welcome back, Husky fans, to the second period of the NIU hockey. Face-off won by the Huskies. It is 4-on-4 hockey for now. 53 seconds remaining on the Chippewa penalty. 1:49 remaining on the Husky power or penalty. And we have a trip. We'll see if we get a penalty shot. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a trip. It is a trip. Huskies will be 4-on-3 for now, with 19:43 remaining in the period. Huskies leading 2-1. Number 5, Cathari gets a trip. 44 seconds remaining on Schluckmeyer's penalty, and then it'll be 4-on-4. Puck sent up and out of play by Kemble.
Puck drop.
Face off to the left of Ashley. Face off won by the Huskies. Back to Peters. Peters with the puck on the point. He takes a walk, sends it over to Smith. Back to Peters. Peters back to Smith. Smith shot! Saved by Ashley, sent on high and out. .29 seconds remaining on Schluckmeyer's penalty. Until then, the Huskies are 4-on-3. Face off to Ashley's left. Face off won by the Huskies. Smith has it on the sideboards. Up to Peters. Peters with the puck. Looks for Zimmerman. Sends Zimmerman high and he takes the puck. Back to Peters. Back to Zimmerman on the point. Zimmerman back to Peters. Takes a shot. Saved by Ashley. Smith picks up the rebound. Peters and Smith battling to try to get the rebound away from the Chippewa. Peters does not. A nice kill for the Chippewa there. It is 4-on-4 hockey for the next 52 seconds, and then it will be 5-on-4 for the Huskies. Puck sent all the way down. Souza able to regroup and pick up the puck. Souza sends it up to Walker Smith. Walker Smith walks it in. Smith with the puck in a slot. His pocket is picked by Hallis. Hallis enters the zone. Souza gets there, stops him from getting the puck. Hallis falls into the boards. Souza with the puck, skating up and out. 22 seconds remaining on Morgan's penalty. Peters in front. Shot, goal! Just over the net, folks. That was an empty net in all but name. I thought that was a goal. Zimmerman picks the puck back up, sends it to Souza on the point. Souza with the puck, down to Peters. Peters with the puck, his stick is held. He is unable to get to it. Huskies are 5-on-4 for the next 13 seconds. Chippewa into the zone. Shot near the net, not on net though. Peters picks up the puck. He sends it up to Smith. Smith walking in on the line. He, nifty little move, he maintains the puck, passes it over, shoots and scores! Morgan gets the goal! Smith does a lot of work there. Puck dipsy doodle through his legs, passes it over to Morgan for a beautiful goal on the back door. Huskies lead 3-1. Both teams even strength. Morgan gets a goal, assist by Walker Smith. Face off at center ice. Quincy wins the face-off back to Sturm, who sends it over to Van Boris. Van Boris with the puck. He takes a walk, gives it back to Sturm. 2 forecheckers on Sturm. Sturm maintains the puck, gets it up. Quincy with the puck now. to Oswald at center ice. Oswald flips it around. Van Ellis keeps the puck into the zone. 3 Chippewa on Oswald there. He does lose the puck. Penn Russell picks the puck up, going back into the zone. Puck is stripped off of him. Lekwinski with the big hit. Hatfield with the puck at center ice, brings it back into the NIU zone. Van Voris on him. Shot on the tough angle, makes a great save. Jurgens does. Oswald looks to get the puck out, is just ahead of him. Cathari keeps it away from Oswald. Puck sent back into the NIU zone for Van Voris. Van Voris is there, gives it to Lekwinski. Lekwinski with the puck. He makes a great pass to Russell. Russell with the puck. On that right side, gets a shot on net, save. It goes out and behind. Huskies regain the puck, and they now lose it to Fletimer. Fletimer with the puck. Over to Holland. Holland to Hatfield. Hatfield sends it deep and on net. Jurgens makes the save. Sturm with the puck. Sturm keeps the puck, gets it out. Holland sends it back in. Van Voris back in the zone with the puck. Chippewa offsides. Huskies able to exit for free. Lekwinski with the puck. He takes on that right side. Shot on net. Save made. And a face-off coming here. Cole Ashley with another great save. Face-off to Ashley's left. Mueller battling with Morawski. Morawski does get the better from there. Fletimer with the puck. Looks to exit the zone. He does. He passes it up. Tomarskas intercepts. Tomarskas steps into the zone with the puck. Big man gets past Kemble. He shoots. He scores! What a goal by Tomarskas! He nipped that right where Mama keeps the peanut butter. A beautiful goal by Tomarskas. An absolute beautiful goal by the big man. Not much Ashley can do there. He picked that corner. Face off, won by the Chippewa, sent into the Husky zone. Puck is sent up, hits the partition, bounces right in front. Chippewa got another shot, it goes over the net. Chippewa keep the puck in the zone. Tomarskas, the goal scorer, sends the puck up and he's able to skate out himself. Sends it over to Lund. Lund with the puck, kicks it forward. Chippewa regain the puck. Beckman had the puck, lost it to J.J. Mueller. J.J. Mueller to Shirky. Shirky gets a shot saved. There's a Chippewa player down on the ice. He was pulled over by his teammates. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like it might be something with his knee. Never fun to see. Hopefully he is okay. It does appear to be cotsolitis. Not sure what happened there, but he is being evaluated by his staff. Looks like he's okay. Sending my hopes and my thoughts over to the Chippewa bench. Hopefully he is okay. Face-off won by the Huskies. Back to Van Voris. Van Voris over to Peters. Peters sends it in deep. Walker picks it up behind the net. Walker Smith with the puck. Loses it to Chippewa back there to prevent him from keeping it. Back to Van Voris on the point. Van Voris loses it. Huskies have to regroup. Peters with the puck. Peters sends it in just past Zimmerman. Oh, so here's cotsolitis on the ice. So I'm not sure who it was who was hurt. It could have been William Walker. It does appear to be William Walker. So hopefully he is okay. Cotsolitis with the puck behind the net. He does blow a tire. Puck is sent back to his defense. Shot near the net. Morgan picks the puck up. Zimmerman with the empty netter. He does not shoot. Gives it to Walker Smith. Walker Smith gets a shot. Saved by Ashley.
We got a shot of the scoreboard for you? Your scoreboard? I got it.
14 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the period, folks. Huskies lead 4-1. A.J. Mueller wins the faceoff, sends it right in front. Blocked by the Chippewa. Up behind the net, Mueller with the puck. Ribka back there to help him. Puck is sent around. Cathari up to Van Els. Van Els sends it into the zone. Sturm is there to regroup. Sturm with the puck to Pathana. Pathana to Mueller. Mueller back to Ribka. Ribka skates it up and into the zone. Puck is sent back out. Souza regroups. Souza enters the zone. Souza shot. Goal! Connor Souza! An absolute snipe! What a goal by Connor Souza. Enters the zone after a failed entry and absolutely nips him. We're going to have a goaltending change here for the Chippewa. Aiden Reamer is going to take over the net for Cole Ashley. Face off at center ice. Huskies lead 5-1, 13:51 remaining in the second period. Face off, won by the Chippewa. Romine up to Van Els. Van Els sends it in deep. Sturm regains the puck. Looks for Lekwinski, gets it to Oswald. Oswald with the puck on that right side. He gets it in, sends it in for Lekwinski. Lekwinski sends it in front of the net. Chippewa able to regroup. Puck sent back behind. Lekwinski able to get it back. Oswald with the puck, sends it up to the point, up to Pathana. Pathana with the puck on the point, sends it in deep for Lekwinski. Lekwinski regroups behind the net to Oswald. Back up to Sturm. Sturm shoots! Tipped just in front by Lekwinski, up and over the net. Chippewa look to exit the zone, and they do. Morawski shoots! Save by Juergens, and he's going to cover it. Face-off will be in the Husky zone. 13 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the period, folks. Huskies lead 5-1. Huskies look to get sprung into the zone there, but it was offsides. It is called back. Face-off will be just outside the zone. Face-off won by Shirky. Back to Tomarskis. Tomarskis sends it up for Wilczek. Wilczek into the zone. He shoots just wide. Shirky's able to regroup and get the puck. Shirky back to behind the net to Lund. Lund up to Wilczek. Wilczek gets his pocket picked. Lund is on the back check. Tomarskis there. He will have the puck, and he looks to regroup in his own zone. Tomarskis is hit along the boards. Gives it to Norkus. Norkus gets out of the zone. Lund to Norkus. Norkus to Lund. Lund to Shirky. Shirky shoots. Chip just wide. Chippewa look to leave the zone. They do. Send it right up to Tomarskis. Tomarskis over to Norkus. Norkus with the puck in his own zone. He flips it high and out. Chippewa have to regroup. Number 19, Kemble back for the Chippewa to regroup, get the puck. Sends it up to Fletimer. Fletimer with the puck all the way over to Beckman. Beckman loses the puck. Morgan brings it into the zone. Walker with the puck. Walker Smith with the puck. He sends it in deep for Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck in the corner. He flips it all the way back to Norkus at the point. Norkus takes a few steps in. He walks in looking for a shot. Up to Tomarskis. Tomarskis down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman moves through three guys. Keeps the puck back up to Tomarskis. Tomarskis has one on the day. Wouldn't mind getting another one. Shot misses the net. Back to Zimmerman. Cycles it. Chippewa pick it. Knock it out of the zone. Norkus cannot keep it in, but he does regroup, pick the puck up, and give it over to Tomarskis. Tomarskis with the puck in his own zone. Tomarskis with a great pass up through the neutral zone, gives it to Morgan, who drops over to Walker. Morgan has to do the splits to stay on sides, and he does. He's an athlete, folks. Huskies regroup, get back on sides. Kemble sends it back in to Kotsalitis. Kotsalitis loses it to Walker. Walker loses it back to Beckman. Beckman sends it in to Kemble. Kemble back to Beckman. Beckman sends it all the way down, but Van Voris is there to regroup. He gets there first. Franzem there at forechecking. Van Voris gives it to Zimmerman, who sends it up to Morgan. Morgan is off sides, though, so he'll have to regroup, get back out of the zone. Simon with the puck, sends it to Franzem. Franzem loses the puck. Morgan gives it back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman shoots, misses the net. Simon back with the puck again. Simon brings the puck into the Husky zone. Intercepted by Peters. Simon regroups, picks the puck back up. Shot near the net, but not on net, so no save for Juergens there. Zimmerman takes the puck all the way out on his own. Looks to pass over to Morgan, but gives it right to a Chippewa player. Chippewas chip it out. Give it to Peters. Peters to Smith. Smith carries it in. Smith brings it all the way into the zone. Still has it, battling. Back up to Van Voris. Van Voris shot on net. Great save there. Zimmerman with the puck, back to Van Voris. Peters would have gotten there. Stick is slashed out of his hand. He cannot get it. Chippewa enter with a 3-on-1. Save made by Juergens. Simon picks up the rebound, sends it all the way back around to Williamson. Williamson picks the puck up, sends it to Cathari. Cathari shot on net, save, Juergens. Morawski with the puck behind the net, loses it, regains it, loses it again. Peters with the puck, he's gonna flip it over to Souza. Souza gets the puck. Simon intercepts his pass. So Van Voris will flip it out of the zone. Souza picks up in the neutral zone. Gives it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman enters the zone. He shoots. Save made by Reamer. Knocked into the corner. Souza picks the puck up behind the net. It is in his feet. He can't get to it. He gets a shot on net. Save made by Reamer. Back to Fledermer. Fledermer to Hallis. Hallis with the puck now. He sends it deep. Campathana is there. Campathana, backwards pass, looking for Souza, doesn't make it. Gets to Fledermer. Fledermer gets a shot on net. Little breakaway, gets a second shot. Both saves made by Juergens. Puck is out now. J.J. Mueller loses it on the blue line to Cathari. Sent back to Pathana. Sturm looks to get into the corner, but Fledermer's there first. Hallis is there behind the net. Gets it to J.J. Mueller. J.J. Mueller has the puck out of the zone finally. Sturm skates it into the zone. Looks to wrap around the net, gets it to Mueller in front. Mueller can't get the shot off, he's tied. Back to Mueller. Mueller with the puck in front of the net. Ribka looked to tip that in just in front. What a great pass. Kemble with the puck in his own zone. Up to Van Els. Van Els to Cathari, back to Kemble. They lose it, sent back into the zone. Ribka with Cathari. Cathari sends it out. Pathana is back. It will be icing. Chippewa cannot make a change. Face-off will be back in their zone to Reamer's left.
Going to the puck drop.
Broden Oswald taking the face-off with Lekwinski and Russell. One back to Tomarskas. Tomarskas on the blue line. He takes a shot. Great save by Reamer. Oswald in the corner. He's battling. Lekwinski gets there to help him out. Lekwinski sends it around to Oswald. Oswald with the puck. Over to Russell. Russell shoots. Save by Reamer. Russell keeps it in to Oswald around the net. Lekwinski looks to get there first, using his speed. Russell and Lekwinski battling in the corner. Huskies win the battle. Russell with the puck to Tomarskas. Tomarskas sends it in deep. Behind the net to Oswald. It is sent out by the Chippewa, but the Huskies keep it in. Norkus with a good job on the blue line, keeping the puck in. Sends it back to Tomarskis. Tomarskis flips it into Lekwinski. Can't get there. Chippewa do leave the zone. Norkus back to prevent Romine from getting a breakaway. Norkus flips it up. Tomarskis is back to get the puck out of the zone. Some nifty moves from the big man. He sends it looking for a pass to Lekwinski. Doesn't quite get there. Will be icing against the Huskies. 5 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the period, folks. Huskies lead 5-1. Face off to Juergens' left. It's an interesting thing, folks. For those of you who don't know, icing, once you ice the puck, the opposing team does get to pick which side the face-off will be on. So it's not where the player iced the puck from, it's where you decide as the team that got iced against the face-off will be. Chippewa chose the left of Juergens. They do win the puck back, get a shot on net. Juergens makes a save for another face-off to his left. Only difference this time is the Huskies can change. Face-off won by the Huskies. Back to Van Boris. Van Boris looks to spring Lund. Puck is intercepted by Katsalitis, sent all the way back in. Juergens there to stop the puck. He does so for Van Boris. Van Boris has all the time in the world because the Chippewa were offsides. Van Boris sends it over to Peters. Peters looks to chip it up. Puck sent back into the zone to Van Boris. Van Boris with the puck behind his net. He's going to take his time. Beckman looking to forecheck a little bit. Van Boris uses the net to prevent that from happening. Over to Lund. Lund to Shirky. Shirky with the puck at center ice. Shirky gets it in deep. Shirky over to shot. It's just wide. That was Wilczek just wide of the net. Wilczek loses the puck. Katsalitis brings it into the zone. Van Boris is there. Katsalitis still has the puck. He sends it in deep for Williamson. Back to Katsalitis. Back down to Kasaju. Puck sent back up to Wilczek. Wilczek with the puck, enters the zone. He crosses over the middle. He shoots over the net, and it does go out. It was tipped, so the faceoff will be inside the zone. Huskies in their zone, offensive zone. To the left of Reamer. Four minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies lead 5-1. Patty Raypole, thank you very much for the support. Folks in the chat would love to know where you're watching the game from. Huskies win the faceoff, back to Pathana. Over to Sturm. Sturm gets a shot in net, on net. Get it back to Walker Smith. Walker Smith takes a shot. Save made by Reamer. Faceoff coming up. That's right, folks. Make sure you drop in the chat where you're watching the game from. Who are you rooting for? Would love to hear from you. Face off to the left of Reamer. Zimmerman wins it back. Pathana gets a shot. Doesn't quite go all the way there. Pathana gets the puck again. Williamson looks to hit Pathana, but Pathana stays on his feet. Chippewa into the zone. Attempted shot is blocked. Sturm regroups, gets the puck. He skates it up. Tries to go through Simon's legs, unable to do so. Simon regains the puck. Pathana in the corner with Simon. Pathana cannot get the puck away from the Chippewa. Hallis in there to support him. Sturm sends the puck up to Morgan. Morgan with the puck on that right side. Morgan enters the middle, shoots, scores! Ryan Morgan! What a goal! Crossover into the center ice and shoots it right up top. Another beautiful snipe by the Huskies. Alice Bauer, thank you for joining us. Go Huskies. Face-off won by the Huskies. Penn Russell brings it out. Intercepted by Fledimer. Fledimer gets a shot on net. Jurgens makes a save. Jurgens covers it. We have a face-off in the Husky zone. 2 Jurgens is left. Love to give a shout-out to Joanne Wadeen and Alice Bauer. Thank you for watching tonight. Go Huskies. We'll also like to give a shout-out to Hannah Isabel. Go Huskies. Face off in the Husky zone to Jurgens' left, won by the Huskies. Tomarskis back behind the net with it. He's battling with Hallis. Norkus gets the puck out. Russell assists him. Chippewa send it right back in to Norkus. Norkus sends the puck up the boards. Chippewa regain. J.J. Mueller able to get it to Russell. Russell and Souza enter the zone. Souza brings it around behind the net. Sends it in deep for Russell. Mueller battling in the corner. Mueller still battling in the corner. Russell picks the puck up, sends it down to Souza behind the net. Souza all the way up to Norkus. Norkus with the puck. Bounces and does go out. Huskies have to regroup. Chippewa sends it in deep. Norkus back to pick it up behind his own net. He sends it up to Russell. Russell waits for it, does regroup, gets the puck, sends it through to Mueller. Puck sent in deep. Hallis there. Hallis looks to give it to Romine in front. Huskies intercept. Norkus exit the zone with the puck into the Chippewa zone. Look to drop it to Mueller. Mueller was changing, gets it to Souza. Souza shot, save by Reamer. Patty Rapole from Belvedere, Illinois, thank you so much for joining us. Huskies regroup. Ripka is first forechecker. He sends it around. Romine does get the puck. Lekwinski there to take it from him. Lekwinski behind the net. Up to the point to Peters. Peters with the puck. Sends it behind. Ripka cycles it back down to Oswald. Oswald to Peters. Peters skates it in. Behind the net is Keaton Peters. He shoots in front of the net. Save made. Oswald keeps it in on the point. Sends it over to Lekwinski, who takes a shot. Save by Reamer. Back to Ripka. Ripka with the puck. He will pull it out and regroup. Over to Peters. Peters to Lekwinski. Lekwinski bobbles it. Does pick the pocket of Van Els to regain the puck. Good defensive play there by Lekwinski. Chippewa send it down. It will be icing.
Sure. Yeah. Right there.
Thank you. I'm on the puck drop.
Face off in the Chippewa zone. Huskies win it. Battling in the corner. Chippewa do clear it out. Van Boris battling with Romine in the corner. Van Boris wins that battle back behind his own net. Keeps the puck away from the Chippewa. Time runs down and end of the period. Huskies lead 6-1 at the end of the second period. Folks, I would like to once again say a shout out to the Media Studies Department of the College of Communication at NIU. Michael Corvino, Addis Davis, Shayna Okbara, Andre Parker, and Rong Fu. An absolute wonderful job tonight on the multicam setup and helping us with this stream. It would not look this good without them. So make sure you say thank you to them in the chat. They deserve it and a lot more. We'll be back with third period hockey. Go Huskies.
Should I go wrong? Yeah. This time, hopefully it'll be easier. I'm gonna call you. We're gonna try to get this to work. So, in a few minutes, we'll start the call. No. everybody hit record.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do you want to be on too?
I mean, I'm gonna. Oh well, if you're here, you'll be able to.
Yeah. But
Do you want me to be in?
maybe it'll be confusing.
Having both of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll try to pay attention. If somebody's camera isn't look good, I'll tell them to fix their shot. Whatever you like, you take it.
Okay.
I'll work on that.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a great third period. Just have fun, tell a cool story, and let's see how it goes. So, the long door end is where the Huskies are going to be shooting. So we're going to be coming to you a lot because we're doing really well. So be ready for us. So quick summary of the preview.
Husky fans, and welcome back for third period action from your NIU Huskies
Pretty much watch
versus the Chippewas of Central Michigan.
when you're over there, and preview when you're over there.
Face-off won by the Huskies. Back to Van Voris. Over to Peters. Peters sends it up to Walker Smith. Walker Smith back to Van Voris. Up and out of the zone. Morgan's going to pick it up. Puck is sent into the zone. Van Voris with the puck on the slot. Sorry, on the point. He sends it in. Shot way high for Morgan. Puck sent to the middle. Van Voris picks up on the point. Van Voris shoots, misses the net. Back to Smith in front. Smith off the leg of a player, just bounces wide of the net. Chippewa able to leave the zone. Williamson with the puck. Williamson maintains, sends it in deep. Keaton Peters back first to get the puck. Huskies send it up to Smith. Smith looks to clear the zone, but has his pocket picked. Sends it over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck on the boards. Back to Van Voris behind. Willie attacks Van Voris, preventing the breakout. Morgan behind the net. Morgan looks to send it up, but Fledimer gets there first. Willie with the puck on the goal line. Shoots, save Juergens. Another shot, save Juergens. Morgan sends it to Smith. Smith sends it up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman out. Shot on net, score by Zimmerman. Absolutely fantastic shot by Robbie Zimmerman. His 51st point at least. Got his 50th last night. That's 50th of the season, folks, not of his career.
Oh, that was a goal?
Yeah?
I forgot to turn the goal back.
I don't think we picked that up on camera, but let me tell you, folks, it was a snipe by Zimmerman. An absolute snipe by Zimmerman. Puck sent back in deep.
Good job, guys.
Bafana behind the net, picks it up.
Yeah, I'm missing the camera.
Oh, number two. That's
Puck sent over for Souza. Souza. Back to Sturm, back to Bafana. Bafana to Lequinski. Lequinski touches it off sides. We'll have a face-off. Patty Rapol, thank you so much for the thank you to the media department. They deserve it and more. I know we got some fans here screaming, shoot the puck. And let me tell you, they're trying. Here comes Romine in, and he does shoot the puck. Save made by Juergens. Face off to Juergens' left. Face off won by the Chippewa. Sends it up to Holland at the point. Holland has to regroup. Face off. Does get them offside. Sturm with the puck. Sends over Pathana back to Sturm. Sturm with the puck. Skates it up and out. Great pass to Rybka. Pass was just a little too hard. Oh, an absolute filthy hit from the Chippewa number 5 there. He will be in the box. Cathari with a hit. Hit on Rybka. Looks like Rybka's okay though. Huskies go to the power play. 17:10 remaining in the period. Huskies lead 7-1. We have Lekwinski, Rybka, Mueller, Van Voris, and Souza on for the power play. Puck one back to Van Voris, over to Mueller. Mueller with the puck, back to Van Voris to Souza. Souza on the point, back to Van Voris with the puck on the point. Fancy footwork, he gives it to Mueller. Mueller shoots, scores! Beautiful shot, J.J. Mueller. A beautiful power play goal by J.J. Mueller. I just think, folks, you could have your name on that power play goal. That could be the insert name here, J.J. Mueller power play goal. All you have to do is reach out. We'd love to have you. Huskies lead 8-1, 16:56 remaining in the period. Face off center ice, won by the Chippewa. Fledimer with the puck. He carries it in. Fledimer maintains the puck. Attempts to bring it into the zone. Morgan kicks it out. Morgan brings it in and takes a shot. Save made by Reamer. Good save by Reamer on that Morgan tight angle shot. Face off to Reamer's left. Looks like we have another call coming up. Potentially 2 calls. At least one. Nope, does look like 2. Morgan and Morawski will be in the box. We have high sticking and cross-checking, it does appear. 5-on-5 hockey here in the third period. 16:36 remaining in the period. 8-1 is the lead for the Huskies. No, it will be 4-on-4. These penalties do not offset. 4-on-4 hockey here. Face off one by the Chippewa.
No, you're okay. No, you're good. I was wondering.
Hatselitis brings it in. Shot on net for Juergens, makes the save. He kicks Juergens' stick out of his hand. Puck in the corner. Huskies break it out. Norkus with the puck into the center of the ice. Shot on net, save by Reamer.
Yeah.
You said that's a goal?
Yep.
Wow.
Wait, no, was that a goal? No. No.
Face off to Reamer's left, won by the Huskies. Chippewa gained the puck. Danny Lund poke checks the puck, keeps it in. Puck is sent out. Hatfield with the puck, sends it back to Holland. Holland with the puck. Over to Cathari. Cathari enters the zone with the puck. Norkus hits him hard. He is driven down. Chippewa maintain the control of the puck. Romine with a shot. First shot does not get through. Hits Norcus. He regains the puck. Second shot does go in. Romine with his first of the evening. Huskies lead 8-2 with 15:36 remaining in the period. No no penalties will be ending here. It will still be 4-on-4 for a minute and 1 second. Face off at center ice, won by the Huskies. Keaton Peters with the puck. He loses it, regains it now at center. Sends it all the way over to Souza. Souza enters the puck on the edge zone on the right side. He brings it in. Poke checked away from him. He regains it down low in the zone with the puck on the red line. Little bounce move there. Sends it back in deep for Wilczek. Wilczek with the puck behind the net. Souza with the puck, in deep, loses it, Chippewa exit the zone. Down, both teams at full strength, 14:32 remaining in the period. Huskies lead 8-2. Chippewa regain the puck. It's Kimball in his own zone. Backwards pass to Fletimer. He does not pick it up. Back to Willie. Willie with the puck in zone. Up behind the Chippewa net. Out in front to Peters. Peters shoots. Tipped and sent out of play. Face-off will be to the left of Reamer. Face-off won by the Chippewa, behind their own net. Katsalitis skates the puck out, into the Husky zone. Over to Hallis. Hallis hit hard. Regains the puck though, and then he loses it to Rybka. Rybka skating through center ice, into the zone, pass in front, shot on net saved. Good save by Reamer. Rybka flips the puck out of bounds. Tipped off the stick of a Chippewa. So we will have a face-off in the Chippewa zone to the left of Reamer. 13:23 remaining in the period. Huskies lead 8-2. Face-off won by the Chippewa. Out of the zone for Franzem. Back to Holland. Holland skates it in. Gets it through center. Takes a shot. Misses the net. Pathana picks the puck up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman over to Smith. Smith can't get to it. Sent back into the Chippewa zone to Beckman. Beckman looks to clear. They do so. Sturm picks the puck up. Skates it back to his D partner, Pathana. Pathana has the puck now. Pathana up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck in his feet. Enters the zone. Looks to pass to Morgan. Pass intercepted. Zimmerman picks his own rebound up. Throws it back to where Morgan was, but Beckman is there to intercept. Chippewa into the zone. Sturm picks the puck up. He exits the zone. Williamson stops him from exiting the zone completely. Pathana, big hit on Williamson. Keeps the puck away. Over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Sturm. Sturm with the puck now in his own zone. Chips it up on the boards, but Simon is there to stop that. Simon to Williamson. Williamson enters the zone. Shoots above the net. Joyce stops it from exiting the zone, sends it back in to Zimmerman. Zimmerman loses it to Williamson. Williamson with the puck behind the net. Loses it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman with the puck now. Zimmerman with the moves. He is able to exit the zone on his own. Over the red line and deep into the Chippewa zone. Walker Smith, the only Husky there to forecheck, while the rest of his teammates change. Simon with the puck exits the zone, sends it over to Williamson. Williamson with the puck enters the zone. Norkus there to lay the big hit and prevent Williamson from getting a shot on net. Puck sent back into Tomarskas. Tomarskas with the puck. Tomarskas sends it out. Simon intercepts. Simon and Joyce enter the zone for the Chippewa. Simon gets a shot on net. Jurgens makes a save. Mueller back behind his own net with the puck. Big hit by number 7 for the Chippewa and Andre Van Els. J.J. Mueller will be feeling that one later. They send it in deep. Kemble behind his own net loses the puck. Reamer covers the puck for a faceoff. Face-off to the right of Reamer here. 10 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies lead 8-2. Face-off won by the Chippewa. Schluckbeyer sends it around. Katsalitis sends it in deep. Van Voris there first. Prevents Romine from getting it. Lequinski picks the puck up on the boards. Lequinski sends it over to Souza. Souza enters the zone. Unable to get a shot off. Good defense there by the Chippewa. Katsalitis looks to get it out. He does not. Souza keeps it in. Lequinski shoots. Save made by Reamer. Lequinski behind the net. Peters keeps it in. Peters passes it over. Intercepted. Regained by Peters. Romine looks to pickpocket Peters. He does not. Peters regains the puck in his own zone. Over to Van Voris. And the zone exit begins. Van Voris makes a nice move. Sends the puck into the zone himself. Looks to pass it in front to Mueller. Mueller unable to get to it. Intercepted. Peters in front. Gets a shot. Save Reamer. Puck was immediately lost by the referee. Whistle blown dead. Referee does admit, that's on me. It happened, sir. No big deal. I know when I was playing goalie, if you lose the puck, referee, I'd much rather you blow the whistle early. Huskies not thrilled with it, but they'll make do. A face-off in the offensive zone never hurts. Rybka up against Moraski. Moraski wins the faceoff. Back to Holland. Rybka's there, though. Rybka up to Sturm. Sturm on the point. Shoots! Save made by Reamer. Great save. High stick is called against Oswald. Puck went off of Reamer's head. Oswald went to get the puck. Looks like he hit it while it was still high. So face-off outside the zone. Face-off outside the zone to Reamer's right. Rybka wins the face-off. They send it in deep. Russell is there before Holland. Holland and Russell battling. They send it up to Fletimer. Fletimer sends it up to Moraski. Moraski loses the puck as he enters the zone. Sturm there. He chips it out to Rybka. Rybka enters the zone along with Russell and Oswald. Russell looks to shoot. He is hooked, unable to get the shot off. Rybka in a great forecheck, throws it in front. Shot saved by Reamer. A great save for Reamer. Another shot from the point, just over the net. Fletimer able to exit the zone cleanly. Pathana gets the puck, sends it over to Sturm. Sturm to Rybka. And the zone exit can begin. Penn Russell with the puck enters the zone to Oswald. Oswald with the puck on the point. Nice move by Oswald. Little deke there for him. I know I got fans here saying, shoot the puck. But the Huskies can't get their shot off as Willie exits the zone with the puck for the Chippewa. Button hook Makes a pass in front, intercepted by the Huskies. Kemble has to regroup outside of his zone. Shot in, blocked by Tomarskis, back to Willie. Willie shoots, save made by Juergens. Second shot, save made by Juergens. Norkus picks up the rebound. Wilczek gets the puck out for the Huskies. Kimball sends it right back to Wilczek. Wilczek sends it to Norkus. Norkus carries it over the red line into the zone. Norkus with a move. Shot near the net, doesn't get on net. Back to Wilczek. Wilczek with the puck behind the net, sends it all the way around to Danny Lund. Kemble with the puck. Shirky is there, he flips it back. Lund forechecking. Tomarskis on the blue line, keeps it just outside the zone, so they will have to regroup. They do so. Gonna have to start their forecheck. Wilczek picks the puck up off a bad pass in the neutral zone. Wilczek enters the zone. Shot just over the net. Danny Lund with the puck. Danny Lund over to Tomarskis. Tomarskis shoots. Blocked in front of the net. Tomarskis will get another chance here. He picks the puck up. Passes it over to Norkus. Norkus with the puck. Shoots. Save made by Reamer. Shirky picks the rebound up to Norkus. Norkus looks to give it to Tomarskis. Feeds it just in front of Tomarskis. Tomarskis puts the puck in deep. Back to Shirky in the slot. Slot passes it up to Norkus. Norkus can't get there in time. Huskies regroup. Joyce on the forecheck. Norkus past Joyce to Tomarskis. Tomarskis loses it. Big hit by Tomarskis. Joyce with the puck in the zone now. Schluckmeyer with a shot near the net. Blocked in front. Morgan with the breakaway. Here we go. Morgan breakaway. He shoots. Save made by Reamer. Looked like he was hooked a little bit there. Didn't get a clean shot off. That's all right. Van Voris picks the puck up in the neutral zone. Huskies regroup. Zimmerman with the puck in his feet. Pass up to Morgan. Morgan with the puck on that left side. He puts it in deep. Intercepted by the Chippewa. Chippewa able to get it out. Romine up to Simon. Simon shoots. Save made by Juergens. Van Voris gets the rebound. Pass it to Peters. Peters with the puck behind his own net. Dipsy doodles around from Romine. Makes a pass all the way down. Zimmerman is the first guy there. Zimmerman prevents an icing. Can't get the puck though. Katsalitis passes it up to Van Els. Van Els to Katsalitis. Katsalitis enters the zone on his own. Smith looks to clear the zone, does not get it out. Battling along the boards now. Huskies clear the puck. Walker Smith with Zimmerman, 2-on-0. A pass just too high for Zimmerman. Does not get the shot off. Great effort though by those two. Walker and Zimmerman always seem to find each other. Puck sent back to Van Voris. Van Voris over to Peters. Peters with the puck now. He enters the zone. Brings it wide. Cathari lays the hit on Peters. Zimmerman in the zone with Katsalitis. Van Voris tries to step in, but Romine lifts his stick. Van Voris can't get the puck. Peters picks it up. Looking to get a good pass on there quickly, but the Chippewa were changing. Sends it down to Smith. Smith cannot corral the puck. Chippewa able to exit the zone. Flederman with the puck now. Enters the zone. Looks for a pass. Center does not get it to anybody. Peters with the puck. Touched by a high stick. We have a face-off in the Husky zone. Face-off to the left of Matt Juergens. Senior Matt Juergens here on senior night. All four of our seniors have had great games today. Let's make sure we wish those seniors the best in the chat, folks. That's Matt Juergens in net, Cam Pafana and Keaton Peters on defense, along with Lucas Sturm, who has played defense this year as well as forward. Puck sent all the way down. Chippewa goalie Reamer able to play it. Plays it over to his defenseman, Fledermer. Sends it up and out to Willie. Willie with the puck now. Souza with the big hit on Willie. Puck is sent on net. Juergens makes the save, covers it for the rebound. Face off to the right of Matt Juergens. That's right, folks. It's senior night here. Number 9, Lucas Sturm. Number 35, Matthew Juergens. Number 64, Cam Pathana.
Yep.
And number 4, Keaton Peters are our 4 seniors for the Division I team. Make sure you wish them some good luck. Send them some love in the comments. Puck is sent all the way down. Lekwinski is the first one there for the Huskies. He's going to get a penalty for hooking. He and Cathari battling for the puck. Lekwinski gets a hook on Cathari. 3 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the period. Huskies lead 8-2. Lekwinski, 2 minutes for hooking.
Yeah, the net is out. But you're learning about the space and
Face off to the left of Juergens. Tamarskis, Lund, Norkus, Peters on the kill. Norkus gets around everybody, brings it into the zone, puts it in front for Lund. Cannot connect. Pasaju brings it into the zone. Shot on net, saved by Juergens. Tamarskis is there to get the puck. He chips it up to Lund, can't quite get there. Puck is sent back behind the Husky nets. Lund is there with the puck. Lund gets the puck away from the Chippewa, and he brings it down into the zone. Lund with a shot just outside. Looks like it may have hit the goaltender. Good save there by Reamer. Williamson brings the puck up into the zone. Sends it around to Schluckmeyer. Back to Williamson. Huskies clear the zone. Beckman to Williamson. Williamson to Holland. Holland to Simon. Simon with the puck now in the zone. Van Voris pins Simon to the boards, preventing him from getting any offense going. 45 seconds remaining in the power play for the Chippewa. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game. Simon with the puck behind the net. Simon with the puck on the boards. Looks to move it up to Williamson. Williamson on the point. Shot, save, Juergens. Another shot goes wide. Keaton Peters with the puck behind the net, loses it to Beckman. Beckman with the puck. Peters comes back and strips him of the puck. And Russell able to clear the zone. Offsides called. Rybka just in front of the play. Just in front of the play. 10 seconds remaining in the power play for the Chippewa. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the period. Now it's 10 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for the Huskies, and that is the unnamed penalty kill. So if you would like to be the person who has their name on that penalty kill or our power play or anything for that matter, please reach out to us here at NIU. We would be happy to take your money and your support. It helps us with travel. It helps us with expenses around the rink. It helps us pay for ice. Helps us immensely. Some clubs are completely fully funded. NIU is not one of those clubs, so any support we can get from our fans is greatly appreciated. And your name could be on the power play. So please reach out to us if that's something you're interested in. Huskies win the faceoff. Norkus sends it up to Souza. Souza gets it into the zone. 2-1. Huskies are back at full strength. Lekwinski exits the penalty box after his call. Oswald with the puck, loses it at center ice to Joyce. Peters takes away from Joyce, gives it over to Norkus. Norkus to Souza. Joyce regains control to Peters. Peters takes it from Joyce. Peters cycles back, exits the zone, looks to bring it into the zone himself. Face off. Keaton Peters pushed into the net. He apologizes to Reamer. Good save there by Reamer once again. Face off beat to Reamer's left. Face off won by the Chippewa. Huskies keep it in though. Wilczek looks to keep it. He can't. Peters is back to pick the puck up. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the period here, folks. Huskies lead 8-2. Huskies sent Peterson's up to Souza. Souza with the puck at center ice. You know he wants one. He got one, he wants another. Souza taken down. Oswald behind the net with the puck. Loses it to Hallis. Hallis with the puck, sends it up to Cathari. Cathari loses the puck to Hallis. Hallis with the puck now. Hallis enters the zone. He makes a move. They lose the puck. Sturm sends it up to Souza. 35 seconds left. Souza enters the zone. Sends it to Oswald. Oswald. Shot is blocked. Chippewa leave the zone with it. Muraski. Shoot, save made by Juergens. Kotsalitis falls into Juergens. Kotsalitis says, my bad, man. You love to see it. Nothing wrong with being competitors, but gotta respect each other. 19 seconds remaining in the period. I'm gonna say, folks, 19 seconds remaining in the game. Huskies lead 8-2. Face-off won by the Huskies. Sturm looked to ice the puck there, but sent it straight into the rafters. There will be another face-off. Face-off to the left of Juergens. Sturm looks to send it out, sends it to Kotsalitis. Kotsalitis deep into the zone to Hatfield. Sturm with the puck behind his net, sends it up to Wilczek. It's out of the zone. Oswald with it in the offensive zone. And that is the end of the game. Huskies win 8-2. What a senior night for these Huskies. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed the game. We know you enjoyed the outcome. And remember, you are deserving of love. You are worthy of love. And if you're going through something right now, folks, remember, the bad times are not forever. They do not last. But you do. You do last. Remember, I love you. You're worthy of love. Huskies win 8-2 on senior night. Thank you very much for watching. Go Huskies.
Good job, you guys.